Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm trying something new. Um, for for the past, I'd say maybe 4 days, I've been, well, actually longer than that, 5, I guess. I've been without a color of ink that my printer needs to print photos, and I tried ordering from a different place, and they use a delivery method that was late 3 times. They notified me it would be there on a day, and then that night they notified me that my record was being updated. So I haven't had any ink, but I'm getting ready to go out of town, and I have a list of all of these pages that I have to make before I go. And so what I decided to do, many of you have seen those rags. You get them at Joann, or I guess you used to get them at Joann. I don't think anybody will be getting them from Joann anymore. But I think they're We Are memory keepers, and it's a rack that holds 6 trays like this. So I went through and pulled all the supplies and did the fussy cutting and did the die cutting and gathered all kinds of things for each of the pages and marked what size photos I needed. I gathered the inks and the stencils, and I have a kind of a list of what I was trying to remember there. And this morning I was able to add the photos. So this is the photo that goes with this page, and I will show you all the stuff about it. Let me pull it out of the tray. I'm actually going to leave some things in the tray because, well, let me first tell you what the challenge is. This is my Bramble Fox challenge page, and it's the month, April is the month that I set the challenge. And April is a month of celebrations, or has always, as for a long time, been a month of celebrations. John's birthday is on the 20th, and Katie's is on the 12th. And so, as long as Katie's been around, John shared his birthday with Katie. And this is a shared cake. They each got to define a certain number of things to go on the top of the cake. And right here is one of the things Katie wanted, which was a popcorn ball. So we actually made a popcorn ball and stuffed it down in the icing on the cake. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. John wanted a cupcake. He wanted a specific lemon cupcake that I make. And so there's a cupcake kind of stuck down in the icing of the cake. This was in 2007, and so it was Katie's 5th birthday. And John's, gosh, what was that? Was that John's 70th, 60th, something? It was some birthday. And anyway, so that's my celebration that I'm going to highlight today. And so I'm going to have kind of adult things and kid things. The other part of the challenge is to mix up different collections. I know a lot of people tell me that they like that I do that. I mix collections all the time, and many of them say I just don't have the nerve to do that. I know that everything in the one collection is going to match, and so I tend to stick with one collection. And so I was so adamant that I wasn't going to, and I don't think collections were meant to be the one and only thing you would use ever. I think it was meant to complement and mix in with your other supplies, because the thing that they have in common is you love them, so why wouldn't they go together? And I long ago quit worrying about whether this kind of dusty-ish pink should go on the same page as this pinkish red, or I don't. And this boa that she has around her neck is a brighter pink than what we're going to see elsewhere, so I have some pops of red and so forth. My sketch, which I cannot show you, is I'm going to briefly kind of show it like this, showing you there's a panel of photos. And you may recall that I'm going to go back a second. telling stories without giving you the reason for some of the stuff that I have here. So the mixing up collections, I'm going to show you kind of examples of stuff I'm using. The little birthday icons I cut from this piece of paper. It's a Pebbles Happy Cake Day collection from 2019. So I've had this. I got this in a Mind the Scrap kit in 2019, and John absolutely loved it. And I bought, when I would get the main kit, and I also got the paper pack. So I got 2 pages of this. I have used I've fussy cut every one of these icons, and I've used all one whole page worth and all of these that are missing from here. So I don't do a lot of birthday cards or things like that, except for the family, and I don't scrap except for the family's birthday, so that was handy. I also used this piece of paper, and it's from Vicki Boutin, and I forget which collection. By the tones of it, I'm going to say Fernwood, maybe. And I have this paper that is from April and Ivy, and I'm using the black and white floral part of it. I think this is the part I'm using on the page, so I'm putting that aside. I thought that black and white would kind of go nicely, and I'll tell you that story in a minute. Let me go back to here, the things I want to get off of the tray. Actually, they should stay on the tray. This is Vicki Boutin from Bold and Bright. This is a paper that I bought several sheets of. I think it's Paige Evans, and because it's sunflowers, and that's kind of a John thing. This is a Bo Bunny paper, I think, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got it in a kit. I like fussy cutting these black and white butterflies and putting them on pages that have some black. I think they really stand out nicely. And this is the huge floral from April and Ivy, and I fussy cut some flowers from there. And the April and Ivy papers I got at the retreat last year. I think it was Paige Evans, maybe Vicki Boutin taught a class that used some April and Ivy. So that's all the stuff. Now, I'm also using paper, a little, I made a piece of flair from this Bramble Fox paper snips, and this one is paper snips number 62. I'm going to keep that around because I need to know that when I do the blog post. And I will tell you that my background paper and this photo film strip panel, and I've got adhesive going through. I took these two. Some of you may remember I did a haul video when my former daughter-in-law's stepfather died, and he had all of her late mother's scrapbooking supplies. And so when they were cleaning out his place, they found, Nikki found her mother's scrapbooking supplies, and she and Allie brought me over, I don't know, about 10 boxes of goodies, and I kind of went through them all. Among the items was this sheet of paper, which is a pattern on the other side, and there were 2 sheets of that. I've kept one so that I can punch the clocks out of it, but I thought that this was very, let me see I think this is right side up. I can't read any of that, so I don't know whether it's upside down or not, but I'm going by the fact that the headlines seem to be at the top instead of the bottom, so that's a clue. So anyway, I'm going to use that, and this is a very early, about a 25-year-old film strip that there was a die to it, and it was one of those gigantic dies that you know ran through, and her Nikki's mom had made several of these, and I have them right here handy. I guess, yeah, there are two more, and then I didn't use the whole length for this one. So I cut out those little icons and I put them on there, and I will do something else for a photo. I didn't want to put little photos in there, but I will tell you that my design calls for, let's see, I'm going to do this, get all these things off to the side. I'm going to do the strip. I have to pull my sketch. I'm going to do this and line it up with one of these columns so that I can get it perfectly straight. And okay, so I've got that. And then I'm going to put this down. I think that's right. That looks approximately lined up. And I've got this. I actually need for this to go behind here. I want it to show. I want you to know it's behind there. Let me get that down. Okay. I guess I should put, ooh, I hate covering up. I'm a sucker for fussy cutting cameras. I love cameras, and it's surprising me that I didn't save that camera. Okay, now I'm going to put this here so that the green shows through, and I'm going to put some of these little guys behind anywhere that I have an icon, and this will pop the entire film strip up on the page. And I wish this were a little bit less time consuming, because I would like not to have you waste your time watching me do this. It's not very educational, I suppose. And I hate these things. I'm using them because they came to me with a class kit, and I kind of want to use them. I don't want to waste them. Let me get that one. I'm not going to have to peel all of them off because oh, come on. I'm not sure what's happening here. That carried some backing on the other side with it. So there, and then I'm going to peel this one, and this one, and this one. And then I'm going to put this down here. Okay, and then I've got this birthday cake that I cut from I'm pretty sure it's a Simple Stories collection, just based on the tones of the colors. And I'm going to, let's see how this, I think how this is going to work out is this is going to go right here and kind of go off the page, and then up in this corner I thought I would do that, I guess. Let's see. And maybe there's something that when I was kind of putting all this together, and I wanted this to go under a little more, which was a little easier to do when I hadn't kind of put those bits down there. Should I maybe move this over to here and do just a floral here? I could do that, and then this might go there. Is that what I want to do? And I think I will do that because, or I could skip this entirely. Let's see. This, though, has the yellows in it that kind of bring these yellows in. There's not as much yellow in these flowers, although I do have a yellow flower. So let's start looking at my embellishments. I printed these, or I fussy cut these circles in order to, well, okay. Before we go any farther putting things down on the page, I forgot to do in the original, there is some what looks like mixed media, just little like splatters and so forth. So I'm going to do I'm going to use a few of these bits right here. I'm going to maybe do that. I'll take the photo off and do this, and I'm going to do it with hickory smoke ink that will do it in kind of a neutral color that's about the same color as the newsprint on here. So it's going to look very natural and organic, kind of like it came printed, the paper came printed that way. And so I'm going to do that. I like that. I should have done it before I had to peel that up. Okay, so I'll do that. And then I've got another one that could go down here. Okay, I like that. And I'm going to do a few like bits in different places. This is sort of like a few little bubble type bits. And this is a Bramble Fox stencil. It is number 86, and it's called Splatters. And this is what I guess there you can see it a little bit better there. Now, I'm going to go, I can do some of these after the page is done. I'm going to maybe do that just for the hell of it. So I'm going to put this up now. I think I can do the rest later. Okay, this I'm going to put on some foam. Whoops. I'm hitting the... I need to make a change to that at some point. Let's see, scissors. I think I'm going to have fun embellishing this page. I looked through my Bramble Fox stash, and I had nothing that was specific to a birthday. But there's so many things that are usable, you know, for, you can use other birthday elements and then have things that just kind of complement the rest of the page. So I'm going to have fun with things today from all different places. So I'm going to put this right here, and then let's see. We've got this, which could go kind of like so, where it's carrying your eye up, and then this smaller one down here, if it's placed this way, it's also kind of pointing up, and then I can add this somewhere. I did that to kind of bring in some blue, and it makes these colors look a little, it explains them a little bit better. Okay, I'm just gonna start gluing things down right now. I don't want to overthink it, and I kind of want to get to the embellishing part. I want to get the structure of the page done. Let me see. I can do that right there, and that's okay. I just love these little guys. And let me get there's some backing on that. Okay, let's go. That down here, they're going over, so I'm going to have this one go over as well. Stop there. I think that's, well, I need to come down a little more because I don't want that. And I'm okay with, in fact, I intended for this to overlap the photo. And now I'll put this in, but I'm going to put it behind its own. I'm going to put a bit of foam on it as it comes out. There we go. And now we'll look at the things I have. I have this ampersand, which I think is perfect for this page because it's, you know, they're together, and because they shared birthdays. They had their birthdays together. So I thought maybe I was cutting these so they could go behind, you know, kind of with the florals. Like, for example, I might cut that one in half and do something like that with it, and then something like that down there. And I think I am going to do that. And it's a bunch of different greens and a blue that isn't there, but it kind of coordinates with this, and it brings all that sort of together. That's kind of my my story, and I'm sticking with it. I thought I would arrange this with a couple of these guys, and then I have this one single sunflower that I thought I could add, maybe. right there. I'm okay with that. And then I have a okay, I've got that there. Let's see what else we've got. I have a ladybug to put right there because that's Katybug in the picture. I have a tab to go in the picture. I was going to write write the date on there, and I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive and kind of insert it right there. And this little tab is from a Bella Blvd collection, and I'm going to insert this right here and arrange everything else around that. That's why I needed to put the tag there. Okay, so I put it there, and then I'm gonna ampersand there. And this down here, let me see if that's gonna work. I don't know. Let's see if that looks decent. That right there, this maybe like so. This hip hip hooray right there, and I have this butterfly here. I have another butterfly maybe for here. It looks like the butterfly made a mess. Maybe this butterfly should go here, and this is a cocoa vanilla butterfly. Maybe this could go right there, and this can go here, and this little, I don't need to use that. Okay, but I love this, which says crazy fun, and if I put it right here, I didn't want to do it with where the white flowers are there, so this will work. And I think I had been saving this for a crazy picture from a crop night, and I just think it's appropriate for here too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and commit to this. I may be sorry because it may end up looking a little bit I don't know. I know that I'm feeling guilty for departing from the sketch. I'm sorry, Lisa. Forgive me. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put, I like this to go, and that ought to go there. I'm going to put this down. This says, love this life, and I'm going to put it right here and kind of get the photo where it's evenly over those white flowers. Let me get that. Okay, there we go. I think that's acceptable. And maybe I will use this little butterfly right there to draw your eye to that label. That's a Bramble Fox label, and I love, they're called wordies. I think. The and I'm gonna do this hip hip hooray, maybe where? Kind of right here. I don't want it even with this, so maybe let me put this there, and this can maybe go. I'm going to put that right there, and I will have the butterfly starting this little chain going up. I think that's what has revealed itself to me, and so that's what I'm going with. And let's see, I was going to do this, and now I have the ladybug for Katie. I have the scissors for her too because she's a hairdresser now, and I have this, but I have this sunflower and I have this, so I don't need that for Katie. I have this arrow, which is the same color as this, came from the same set, and I wanted to use it on the same page, and so I'm gonna just maybe use it here, or maybe here. I like that. I don't mind covering up that center circle in order to get that there. I have this, which is a geotag, and I thought I'd put it someplace where I can write down where it was. I'm actually just going to make it part of that cluster. I'll do that right there. To me, you can throw stars, hearts, geotags, plus signs, whatever, on any page. And I've got 2 hearts here that kind of have some of the colors up here. And so I'm gonna maybe I'll do the hearts right in here, kind of part of that cluster. And I have more arrows if I need them. I am officially out of stars. I have that plus sign. I thought maybe I had another plus sign, but 1 is okay. 1 will work, and it's the right color. It's kind of got that dark color, and I can use it in any of these clusters. And I will tell you, you're probably noticing over here that I have this title that says today was memorable. When I was dry fitting it and kind of testing things out, that just didn't look like it would work. To be honest, I cut these things out so that this would work, and I'm not crazy about it for this particular page. But I have let's see, I'm gonna put this right there. Yeah, I'll put that right there. And I'm just gonna kind of raise it up. I can call Crazy Fun, I can call that the title, and I don't need the blue title, but let's see, I think that's gonna work. Let me pull this over to the side, and I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to see if I can do some splatters. I have to move this tray out of the way. Where are my, here we go. Here's my black Diane Reevely ink. I was going to maybe go back and do some splatters through the stencil, but I think right now that might be too much. I'll just do a few of the black splatters maybe. And okay, I think I'm done. It's a wild and crazy, fun-filled page that this particular birthday, you can kind of see these things. We bought these panels that had all the Disney princesses, and we hung those panels over the blinds on the windows, and it just created the greatest little atmosphere, and the girls absolutely loved it, and the cake was a huge success, and between the two of them, they blew all the candles out, and a lot of fun was had by all. So I thank you for watching. I hope you got some ideas, and stay tuned because I have another idea for how to use this title. And actually, when I look at it right here, that would totally be absolutely fine because it's balanced by these colors and those two things. So look when I post it. I might post it with this, or I might not. I'm sorry to keep you in suspense, but I'm going to end the video now. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.